These 21 items were not meant to win battles. They were meant to decide whether a battle would even happen. In 1939, a Brandenburger soldier could change the direction of a campaign without firing a shot, not through force, but by being in the right place as the wrong person at the exact right moment. And that difference began with identity long before any uniform was worn. Most military units are defined by a standard kit: one uniform, one weapon set, one clear identity. The Brandenburgers were different. What they carried depended entirely on who they needed to be at that exact moment. The Brandenburgers emerged at the very beginning of World War II. This was a period when war had already begun, but not every place had fully shifted into open combat. In this gray zone, the line between soldier and civilian was often unclear. The Brandenburgers operated inside that uncertainty. They were not conventional infantry, and they were not modern special forces. They were something in between. Because their roles kept changing, the Brandenburgers never carried a single standard loadout. Instead, their equipment became a balancing act between staying unnoticed and staying alive when circumstances shifted. But one thing matters before any weapon appears. Their equipment did not begin with firepower. It began with identity. Before uniforms, before firearms, before explosives, the first thing that had to exist was a believable person. One thing needs to be clear before we continue. The items you're about to see were not carried all at once. They represent different options for different roles under different conditions. With that context in mind, let's break down the Brandenburgers' role-based kit, one item at a time. The Brandenburgers were never defined by firepower. They existed only for a short window in the war, a moment when identity was still flexible and roles could change faster than uniforms. In that moment, who you appeared to be mattered more than what you carried, and that is what made the Brandenburgers kit fundamentally different. Tem 1. Forged documents and passport. Forged documents were not supporting equipment. They were the starting point. In early wartime border regions, identity was established on paper before anything else mattered. A convincing passport allowed movement without confrontation. This item served one purpose: to exist officially before existing physically. Item 2. Civilian clothing. Civilian clothing was not a disguise. It was visual confirmation of the identity carried on paper. In areas where war had not fully solidified, appearance mattered as much as documentation. This item existed to make that identity believable at first glance. Item 3. Enemy uniform. Enemy or local military uniforms did not represent allegiance. They represented a role. In unstable regions, looking legitimate was often safer than acting decisively. This uniform existed to be accepted at a glance, not to fight, not to command. Item 4. German service rifle. The German service rifle marked a clear shift in identity. It appeared only when concealment was no longer required. This weapon was not carried to enable infiltration. It existed for situations where identity had already changed. Item 5. Sidearm, P08, Luger, and P38. Handguns were the least intrusive of military weapons. They are not carried to initiate combat. They existed for close-range emergencies when distance and disguise were gone. Their purpose was survival, nothing more. Item 6. Enemy weapons. Enemy weapons were included for familiarity, not superiority. Carrying a locally common weapon often reduced suspicion more effectively than carrying the correct one. This item existed to avoid attention, not to increase firepower. Item 7. Submachine gun, MP38 and MP40. Submachine guns were not standard within this kit. When they appeared, they reflected a specific situation. Their rarity highlights something important. This kit was not built around sustained firepower. Item 8. Ammunition pouches. Ammunition was carried in limited quantities, enough to function, not enough for prolonged combat. This reflected the reality of short engagements or none at all. Item 9. Demolition charges. Explosives were carried for specific purposes. Infrastructure, obstacles, critical points. They did not represent destructive intent, but controlled intervention. Item 10. Wire cutters and small tools. These tools were not weapons. They existed to solve problems quietly. Instead of confrontation, they allowed removal. Their purpose was simple: reduce friction between movement and environment. Item 11. Utility, knife or bayonet. The knife was not tied to a combat role. It was a practical tool. In the field, small and silent needs appeared more often than open combat. This item represented utility, not aggression. Item 12. Stick grenade. The stick grenade was an emergency option. It was not carried to seek conflict. Its presence acknowledged that plans fail and situations escalate. This item existed for moments when control was lost. Item 13. Belt and buckle. The belt was structural. It supported the kit without altering appearance. A small detail, but essential. It allowed equipment to be carried while maintaining flexibility and a low profile. Item 14. Bread bag. The bread bag carried non-military necessities. Its familiar appearance reduced suspicion. This item helped the kit remain unremarkable, ordinary, forgettable. Item 15. Canteen. Water was a basic requirement. This item had no tactical value, but without it, nothing else mattered. It existed purely to support survival over short periods. Item 16. Iron ration. Iron rations reflected short-term planning. They were not meant for extended operations, only for uncertainty and waiting, enough to endure, not enough to stay. Item 17. Map case. Maps were tools of understanding. They explained terrain, routes, and boundaries. This item existed to read the environment, not to control it. Item 18. Compass. The compass was minimal. No complex navigation systems, just enough to maintain orientation. Its simplicity matched the temporary nature of the role. Item 19. Binoculars. Binoculars enabled observation from a distance. They reduced the need for direct contact. In many situations, seeing early was safer than acting early. Item 20. Personal first aid packet. The personal first aid packet was basic. No advanced treatment, no prolonged care. It existed to handle minor injuries and to remain functional long enough to withdraw. Item 21. Personal effects and documents. Small personal items and papers completed the kit. They reinforced identity, not through force, but through plausibility. These items existed to support a role, nothing more. This was not a kit built for dominance. It was built for adaptability. Each item existed for a single reason: to survive while roles kept changing. For more historical kit breakdowns, subscribe to the channel. No myths, no exaggeration,